Why God waits to give you something big. Napoleon Hill motivation. Have you ever wondered why you've worked so hard but the big break hasn't come yet? Why does it feel like God is waiting to give you something amazing? The answer may change everything you believe about success and timing. Let's uncover the secret to why God waits to give you something big and how you can prepare to finally receive it. Part 1. The power of patience and personal growth. In the pursuit of success and personal growth, there is one fundamental virtue that is often overlooked but holds immense power: patience. Napoleon Hill, a pioneer in the field of personal development, emphasized the importance of patience throughout his teachings. His work on success, particularly in his seminal book Think and Grow Rich, highlights that true achievement does not come overnight. Rather, it is cultivated over time, through careful, deliberate effort, and yes, patience. Hill's philosophy rests on the idea that success is a process, not an event. This process requires more than just effort. It requires perseverance and a deep belief in the value of waiting. The patience Hill speaks of is not passive or idle. It is an active, deliberate waiting that involves continuous work, learning, and preparation for the right moment to act. Patience, in Hill's terms, is the willingness to keep going, even when the fruits of your labor are not immediately visible. At the core of Hill's philosophy is the understanding that every goal worth achieving takes time. Whether it is building a successful career, establishing meaningful relationships, or creating wealth, the process cannot be rushed. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, so too does success require a period of nurturing before it can bear fruit. This is where many people falter. They expect immediate results, and when they don't come, they give up too soon. Hill's advice is clear: do not expect instant gratification. Understand that the path to success is paved with challenges, setbacks, and periods of uncertainty. But it is during these times of waiting that true growth happens. It is during these moments that the seeds of resilience, persistence, and determination are planted. Just as a runner must train relentlessly before crossing the finish line, an individual must endure the process of growth before they can experience the rewards of success. There is also an element of wisdom in waiting. The longer you persist in your efforts, the more you learn. As Hill put it, success requires no explanations. Failure permits no alibis. In other words, it is through patience and perseverance that you develop the strength to overcome obstacles. When you wait for the right moment to act, you are not simply killing time. You are allowing yourself the opportunity to gain insight, improve your skills, and build the necessary character traits that will enable you to succeed. However, it's essential to distinguish between active and passive patience. Passive patience involves simply waiting for things to happen, often with a sense of resignation or apathy. Active patience, on the other hand, is about taking continuous action toward your goal. Knowing that you are in the process of building something meaningful, you keep pushing forward. Even when the results are not yet apparent, you maintain faith in the process and trust that your efforts will eventually yield the success you seek. Hill's idea of active patience is exemplified in the stories of countless successful people who have endured long periods of struggle before achieving greatness. Thomas Edison, for instance, faced failure after failure before inventing the light bulb. Yet, he never lost patience with his vision. He understood that each failure was a stepping stone toward his ultimate success. In fact, Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This is the embodiment of active patience, persistence in the face of adversity, with the knowledge that each step forward brings you closer to your goal. Patience also plays a crucial role in building character. In today's world, where everything is available at the touch of a button, the ability to wait has become a lost art. We live in an era of instant gratification, where we expect everything to happen immediately, whether it's food, entertainment, or information. Yet, this constant rush can undermine our ability to cultivate the qualities that lead to true success: resilience, humility, and wisdom. Hill stresses that in the absence of patience, we may fall prey to rash decisions, impulsive actions, and a lack of persistence. These behaviors are often the result of impatience and the desire for quick results. However, true success requires more than just quick fixes. It requires long-term vision and sustained effort. By developing patience, we also develop the ability to think long-term, to focus on the bigger picture, and to remain steadfast in our commitments. Moreover, patience teaches us to appreciate the journey. In a world that often prioritizes the destination over the process, patience allows us to savor the small victories along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a testament to our dedication and growth. Hill understood that the journey itself is just as important, if not more so, than the destination. It is through the journey that we gain the wisdom and experience necessary to handle the success we seek. In the process of waiting, Hill also teaches us the importance of maintaining a positive mental attitude. He argues that whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This concept goes hand in hand with patience because, without a positive mental attitude, waiting can become a frustrating and discouraging experience. Instead, with the right mindset, waiting becomes a time of anticipation and excitement for what is to come. A positive mental attitude enables you to stay focused on your goals, even when the end seems distant or uncertain. The power of patience in personal growth is not merely about waiting for external circumstances to change. It's about developing the inner strength to endure, to stay committed, and to trust the process. It's about cultivating the patience to work diligently toward your goals, knowing that success is not a matter of luck or timing, but of perseverance and inner resolve. Finally, the greatest lesson in patience is learning to trust in God's timing. Hill often spoke about the role of faith in success, and patience is a key element of that faith. Trusting that the right opportunities will come at the right time is an essential part of Hill's philosophy. Whether you believe in divine guidance or not, the concept of timing is universal. There are times when you need to take action, and there are times when you need to wait. Understanding when to do each is the key to success. In conclusion, patience is a powerful tool in the arsenal of personal growth and success. Napoleon Hill's teachings emphasize that success is a journey, not a destination, and that journey requires both perseverance and patience. Through active patience, we learn to trust the process, develop resilience, and prepare ourselves for the great opportunities that lie ahead. It is in the waiting that we grow, not just in skill, but in character and wisdom. Patience is not a passive experience. It is an active, powerful force that shapes our path towards success. Part 2. Divine Timing and Success. In the quest for personal success, there are moments when everything seems to fall into place, and other times when success appears distant and elusive. The concept of divine timing, the belief that things happen when they are meant to happen, is central to understanding the ebb and flow of life's journey. For Napoleon Hill, the timing of success is as important as the effort we put into achieving it. Hill firmly believed that we are all part of a grand plan, and that success unfolds at precisely the right moment, often beyond our conscious understanding. Divine timing suggests that life does not operate on a fixed schedule. Instead, there is a natural rhythm to success. Each person has their own timeline for achieving greatness, and that timeline is governed by forces beyond our immediate control. This idea aligns with the notion of fate, destiny, or divine intervention, where the universe, or a higher power, ensures that we encounter the opportunities that are meant for us at exactly the right time. It's a concept deeply rooted in the understanding that while we may work hard, believe deeply, and strive toward our goals, success will come when the universe deems it the right moment. Napoleon Hill often talked about the mastermind, a group of like-minded individuals who come together to achieve a common goal. This idea highlights the importance of synchronicity, the alignment of people, ideas, and opportunities that create the perfect conditions for success. Hill's concept of divine timing is intrinsically linked to the mastermind, where each person's efforts combine with the timing of others to create a momentum that leads to success. It's not just about individual effort, but also about the collective energy that arises when the timing is right. One of the most important lessons in Hill's philosophy is that success cannot be rushed. As much as we may desire immediate results, there is a deeper wisdom in waiting for the right moment. Just as a flower blooms at the right time, so too does success unfold according to divine timing. Hill emphasized that we must trust in the process, even when we cannot see the immediate outcome. This concept is particularly powerful in a world where instant gratification has become the norm. Hill urges us to resist the temptation to rush our success and to have faith that the right opportunities will come when we are truly ready. Hill's teachings also emphasize the importance of preparation. While divine timing plays a crucial role, preparation is key to ensuring that we can take full advantage of the opportunities that come our way. This concept echoes the age-old saying, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." It's not enough to simply wait for success to come to us. We must actively prepare ourselves to seize the moment when it arrives. In Hill's framework, preparation involves both internal and external work. Internally, we must work on cultivating the mindset, beliefs, and attitudes that align with success. This means developing self-confidence, eliminating fear, and maintaining a positive mental attitude. Externally, we must hone on our skills, build relationships, and take consistent action toward our goals. Divine timing is not about waiting passively for success to fall into our laps. It's about preparing ourselves for the moment when the opportunity arises. But how do we know when the right time has come? Hill suggests that we must listen to our intuition and trust the signals that the universe provides. This may come in the form of a new opportunity, a sudden inspiration, or a connection with the right person at the right time. Hill's own success was the result of divine timing in his life. He experienced moments of doubt, setbacks, and seemingly insurmountable challenges. But he kept moving forward, trusting that the right opportunities would eventually present themselves. Hill often emphasized the importance of persistence, but he also understood that success was not a matter of simply forcing things to happen. It was about being in the right place at the right time, with the right mindset, ready to take action. The concept of divine timing also intersects with the idea of divine intervention. Hill acknowledged that there are forces at work in our lives that we cannot always understand. He referred to these forces as the invisible forces of nature, which guide our journey towards success. These forces can manifest in many forms: unexpected opportunities, guidance from mentors, or even moments of sheer luck. Hill's faith in these invisible forces was rooted in his belief that we are not alone on our path to success. There is a greater power, or force, at work behind the scenes, ensuring that we are aligned with the right opportunities at the right time. It is also important to recognize that divine timing is not the same as fate. Fate implies a predestined outcome, where everything is fixed and unchangeable. Divine timing, on the other hand, suggests that we are co-creators of our own success. While the universe may guide us toward opportunities, it is up to us to take action and make the most of those opportunities when they arise. This idea empowers us to take responsibility for our actions while simultaneously surrendering to the flow of life and trusting that the universe will support our efforts. The process of divine timing teaches us the value of patience and trust. When we believe that everything is unfolding according to a higher plan, we can let go of the need for control and allow life to unfold naturally. This doesn't mean that we abandon our goals or stop working toward them. Rather, it means that we align ourselves with the flow of life, trusting that the right opportunities will come when we are ready. In Hill's words, what you think about most, what you desire the most, what you expect the most, that is what you will get. Divine timing is not about sitting idly by and waiting for something to happen. It's about being open to the right opportunities when they present themselves and having the patience to allow them to unfold at the perfect time. Success is not just about hard work. It is about being in the right place at the right time, with the right mindset and the right energy. In conclusion, divine timing is an integral part of the success journey. It teaches us to trust in the process, to prepare ourselves for the opportunities that will come, and to have patience while waiting for the right moment. While we may not always understand the timing of our success, we can trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Napoleon Hill's philosophy reminds us that success is not simply about effort. It is about aligning ourselves with the flow of life and trusting that the universe will provide when the time is right. Part 3. The role of faith and belief. In Napoleon Hill's philosophy of success, one of the most powerful and transformative forces is faith. Faith is not just a religious or spiritual concept. It is a mental attitude, a state of belief, and a foundation upon which all success is built. Hill emphasizes that without faith, no endeavor can thrive. It is faith that gives us the strength to persist through challenges, the courage to take risks, and the belief that we can achieve the seemingly impossible. In many ways, faith is the bedrock of personal growth and the driving force behind all accomplishments. Hill defines faith as the belief in the attainment of our goals, regardless of the obstacles we face. According to him, it is the mental picture of our success, the unwavering belief that we can achieve what we set out to do. That creates the conditions for success to manifest. He writes, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This profound statement underscores the idea that belief is the first step toward turning dreams into reality. Our belief in ourselves and in the possibilities of our lives shapes the trajectory of our efforts and determines the outcome. Faith, however, is not just passive hope or wishful thinking. It is an active force. Hill stresses that faith requires action, perseverance, and continuous effort. When we have faith, we are willing to work toward our goals with conviction. Even when the path is unclear or the journey feels uncertain, faith is the energy that fuels our persistence. It is the invisible force that propels us forward, even when visible results are not immediately apparent. Faith and belief are intimately tied to our self-image and mindset. Hill speaks extensively about the power of positive thinking in Think and Grow Rich. And it is clear that belief plays a critical role in shaping our attitudes. If we do not believe that we are worthy of success or capable of achieving our dreams, we limit our potential. In contrast, when we cultivate a strong belief in ourselves, we open up new possibilities and unlock the doors to success. The law of attraction, a concept Hill touches on, teaches us that our thoughts and beliefs create our reality. If we believe in our ability to succeed, we will attract the right people, opportunities, and resources to make our success inevitable. Hill is clear that belief must be cultivated intentionally. It does not happen overnight, and it is not something that can be faked or forced. True belief comes from consistent reinforcement of positive thoughts, affirmations, and actions. Hill recommends that we engage in repeated affirmations, or what he calls auto-suggestion. To strengthen our faith, this practice involves affirming to ourselves every day that we are capable, deserving, and on the path to success. These affirmations, when repeated with intensity and belief, rewire our subconscious mind and build the mental framework that aligns with our goals. One of the most powerful aspects of faith is its ability to transform fear into confidence. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to success, and it often stems from a lack of belief. When we lack faith in our abilities, we are more likely to doubt ourselves and shy away from opportunities. Hill teaches us that faith, when fully developed, can conquer fear. Belief in ourselves and our purpose gives us the courage to take risks and step into the unknown, knowing that we will be guided towards success. Faith also plays a key role in overcoming failure. Hill points out that failure is an inevitable part of success. No one succeeds without experiencing setbacks and challenges. What separates those who succeed from those who fail is their ability to maintain faith in the face of adversity. When we encounter failure, our faith is tested. It is easy to lose belief in ourselves when things go wrong. But Hill argues that it is in these moments that our faith is most crucial. Faith allows us to see failure not as the end of the road, but as a temporary detour, a lesson that brings us closer to our ultimate goal. In Hill's teachings, faith is not only directed toward ourselves and our abilities, but also toward a higher power or universal intelligence. Hill frequently references the concept of the infinite intelligence or source, which he believes is the universal force that guides us toward our goals. He encourages individuals to trust that there is a greater plan at work and that the universe is conspiring in our favor. This faith in a higher power is not about religious doctrine, but about trusting that we are part of something much larger than ourselves and that our efforts are supported by this invisible force. One of the central ideas Hill discusses is the concept of definiteness of purpose, which refers to having a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Faith, in this sense, provides the clarity and conviction needed to pursue that purpose with unwavering focus. Hill advises that we define our goals with precision, write them down, and affirm them daily. By doing so, we create a mental blueprint that guides our actions and aligns our beliefs with our desires. The more specific our goal, the more powerfully our faith can influence our actions, and the more likely we are to bring it into reality. Faith, Hill suggests, also helps us maintain a positive mental attitude. Even in the face of obstacles, a positive mental attitude is not about denying the existence of difficulties, but about approaching challenges with the mindset that they are opportunities for growth. When we believe that every setback is part of the process and that success is inevitable, we become resilient. Hill teaches us that a positive mental attitude, bolstered by faith, is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It allows us to keep going when others would give up, to stay focused on our goals when distractions arise, and to remain confident in our ability to succeed despite the challenges. Hill's teachings also highlight the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who share our beliefs and support our vision. He emphasizes the value of a mastermind group, an association of like-minded individuals who can provide encouragement, wisdom, and accountability. Faith is contagious. When we surround ourselves with people who believe in us and our goals, we strengthen our own faith. These individuals act as mirrors, reflecting back to us the belief we sometimes struggle to see in ourselves. A supportive community can help us stay motivated, grounded, and focused, even when our own belief wavers. In conclusion, faith and belief are not just abstract concepts, but powerful forces that drive personal growth and success. Napoleon Hill teaches us that success begins with belief in ourselves, in our goals, and in the unseen forces that guide us. Through faith, we can overcome fear, face failure with resilience, and take inspired action toward our goals. By cultivating unwavering belief, practicing affirmations, and trusting in the process, we align ourselves with success. Faith is the foundation upon which all other principles of success are built, and it is the key to unlocking our full potential. Part 4, the law of attraction and God's timing. In the vast universe of personal growth and success, there is a principle that stands as both a law of nature and a fundamental concept of human achievement, the law of attraction. This law, which Napoleon Hill elaborates on in his writings, is rooted in the idea that we attract into our lives what we consistently think about, believe in, and feel deeply about. The law of attraction teaches that our thoughts and energies shape the reality we experience. In this section, we will explore how this powerful law aligns with the concept of divine timing, showing how our thoughts, beliefs, and the universe's natural rhythm work together to create success. Hill first introduces the idea of the law of attraction by discussing the importance of desire and clear goals. According to Hill, a burning desire is the starting point for all achievement, and it is this desire, combined with faith in action, that attracts success into our lives. When we focus on our goals, believe in their possibility, and align our thoughts and actions with them, we begin to attract the opportunities, people, and resources needed to manifest those goals. This is where the law of attraction plays its role. It is the process by which our thoughts send out energy that vibrates with the universe, drawing us closer to our desires. However, the law of attraction isn't simply about thinking positive thoughts or imagining success. It's about aligning your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with your outer world. Hill emphasizes that the mind is a powerful tool, and when it is properly directed, it can bring into reality any goal or desire. It is not enough to wish for success. You must focus on your goal with unwavering intensity and a sense of purpose. The more clarity you have about what you want, and the more emotion you pour into your desires, the more powerful the magnetic pull of the law of attraction becomes. But there's a deeper layer to this concept that Hill addresses: God's timing. While the law of attraction is a powerful force, it is not a force that operates according to our personal whims or desires. There is a greater rhythm to the universe, a divine order that governs the flow of events. The truth is that the universe doesn't always deliver on our timetable. Hill believed in divine timing, that our goals, dreams, and desires will manifest when the time is right, not necessarily when we demand them. This is the alignment of the law of attraction with a higher spiritual law that governs success. God's timing is the perfect synchronization of opportunity, preparation, and the individual's readiness. Hill acknowledges that the process of personal development, the growth of skills, and the cultivation of character takes time. As such, the universe, or God's divine plan, ensures that the individual receives their success when they are truly ready to handle it. While we may wish for instant results, divine timing teaches us patience and the understanding that what we desire will come at the right time, not a moment sooner and not a moment too late. This divine timing is not something to be feared or resisted, but rather embraced as part of the growth process. It is an understanding that sometimes the universe requires us to go through certain experiences before we can fully appreciate and handle the success that is on its way. As Hill says, the turning point in your life may come when you least expect it, and it will happen only when you are ready. This is where the law of attraction and divine timing meet. We may call in success through our thoughts, but we must also trust that the universe will deliver when the conditions are right. The law of attraction, when combined with God's timing, creates a powerful cycle of creation. It is not a mere act of thinking and receiving. It is a co-creative process between the individual and the universe. When we align our desires with the timing of the universe, we set ourselves on a path of success that is not rushed or forced. Instead, it is a harmonious unfolding that respects both the process of personal growth and the natural flow of opportunities. A key aspect of divine timing is learning to recognize when the opportunities we have been waiting for have finally arrived. Hill emphasizes that one of the hallmarks of successful people is their ability to recognize opportunities when they come. Oftentimes, opportunities are disguised in the form of challenges, setbacks, or unexpected changes. The law of attraction works by drawing these opportunities into our lives, but it is up to us to recognize them and act accordingly. Trusting God's timing means that we trust that the right opportunities will present themselves, but it also means that we are prepared and ready to act when they do. This idea is beautifully illustrated by Hill's own experiences and the stories of countless other successful individuals. Many successful people did not achieve their goals in the way they initially envisioned. They may have had setbacks, detours, or delays, but when the time was right, they were able to seize the opportunity and reach their full potential. This is the essence of divine timing, being ready to take action when the moment is right, even if it doesn't align with your initial expectations. One of the most profound elements of combining the law of attraction with divine timing is the cultivation of trust. Trusting the process, trusting the journey, and trusting that everything is happening for a reason are key elements in the success equation. Hill's teachings emphasize that success is not a result of forcing outcomes, but rather of allowing the natural flow of life to guide you toward the right moment. This requires faith not just in your ability to succeed, but in the timing of the universe and its ability to deliver what is needed when you are truly ready. God's timing, as Hill teaches, is a form of divine protection. If we were to receive success too early or in the wrong circumstances, we might not be prepared to handle it. The universe, or God, understands our readiness better than we do. There may be internal growth, lessons, or challenges that we need to face before we can fully appreciate and embrace success. Divine timing ensures that we are equipped to handle the opportunities that will come our way, with the wisdom, maturity, and strength needed to make the most of them. In conclusion, the law of attraction and divine timing are two forces that, when understood and aligned, create a powerful framework for success. While the law of attraction brings opportunities and desires to the forefront of our lives through focused thought and belief, divine timing ensures that these desires manifest when the conditions are right. Together, they form a co-creative process that leads to the natural unfolding of success. By trusting in both the timing of the universe and the power of our own beliefs, we can navigate our journey to success with faith, patience, and confidence, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. Part 5. Overcoming fear and self-doubt. In every journey towards success, whether in personal growth, career, or achievement of our goals, one of the most common obstacles we face is fear. Fear can be paralyzing, inhibiting our ability to take action, make decisions, and ultimately move forward in life. Alongside fear, another powerful force that keeps many people from reaching their full potential is self-doubt. Self-doubt can erode confidence, slow progress, and keep us from pursuing opportunities that we are truly capable of achieving. Napoleon Hill, in his work on success, presents the idea that overcoming these negative forces, fear and self-doubt, is essential for success. To achieve greatness, we must develop the courage to confront these feelings head-on and persist despite them. Hill speaks of fear as the most destructive force in human life, one that can cripple progress and prevent individuals from realizing their dreams. Fear manifests in many forms: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, and fear of criticism. These fears create mental blocks, preventing individuals from taking risks and pursuing their dreams. Hill argues that fear is a result of the mind's negative conditioning, and that it can only be overcome through conscious effort and a shift in mindset. One of Hill's most profound pieces of advice is that fear cannot be allowed to control your life. He writes, "Fear is the most destructive force in the world. If it is allowed to control your actions, it will control your entire life." In other words, fear operates as a limiting force that can dictate how we behave, how we think, and how we approach challenges. It is often irrational, built on false beliefs and assumptions, and fueled by the unknown. It's important to recognize that fear is rarely based on reality. It is often our imagination running wild, creating worst-case scenarios that may never come to pass. In essence, fear is the mind's way of projecting doubt into our future. To overcome fear, Hill advises that we must first become aware of it and then take deliberate steps to break free from it. One powerful strategy he suggests is reframing fear as an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing fear as something to avoid, we should view it as a signal that we are on the edge of something new, something transformative. Fear often arises when we are stepping outside of our comfort zones, whether it's pursuing a new career, speaking in public, or confronting an uncomfortable truth about ourselves. Hill teaches that these are precisely the moments when we should lean into fear, not shy away from it. In doing so, we embrace the opportunity to grow, learn, and move closer to our goals. A key part of overcoming fear, according to Hill, is developing self-confidence. Self-confidence is the belief in one's abilities, the faith that we can handle whatever comes our way. Confidence is built through experience, practice, and the cultivation of a positive mental attitude. Hill emphasizes that confidence is a mindset, one that must be developed and nurtured over time. The more we believe in our own ability to succeed, the less power fear has over us. Confidence allows us to face challenges with a sense of assurance, knowing that we are capable of overcoming the obstacles and finding solutions. When we trust ourselves, we can take action even in the presence of fear, knowing that we have the inner resources to handle whatever challenges arise. One of Hill's most important principles for overcoming self-doubt is the power of positive affirmation. Hill advocates for the use of autosuggestion, repeating positive statements to oneself, in order to build belief and strengthen the subconscious mind. These affirmations can help to counteract the negative, self-limiting beliefs that often arise from self-doubt. When we affirm our strengths, abilities, and potential for success, we retrain our minds to believe in ourselves. Autosuggestion, when practiced consistently, is a powerful tool for transforming self-doubt into self-assurance. Another critical step in overcoming fear and self-doubt is taking action. Fear and self-doubt often paralyze us, causing us to delay decisions or avoid challenges altogether. Hill suggests that the best way to combat these feelings is by taking small, consistent actions toward our goals. By doing so, we prove to ourselves that we are capable, that we can face challenges, and that we can move forward. Even when we feel uncertain, action dispels the negative energy created by fear and self-doubt. Every small success builds our confidence and creates momentum, which makes it easier to keep going despite setbacks. Hill also speaks about the importance of surrounding ourselves with positive influences. The people we associate with have a profound impact on our mindset and emotional state. Negative or unsupportive individuals can reinforce our fears and doubts, making it harder to overcome them. In contrast, people who encourage us, believe in our potential, and offer constructive feedback help us to build confidence and diminish fear. Hill recommends seeking out a mastermind group, a network of like-minded individuals who support each other's growth and success. The power of a supportive community cannot be underestimated when we are surrounded by positivity. Our own beliefs about what is possible are expanded. In addition to this, Hill discusses the importance of replacing fear with faith. Faith is the opposite of fear. It is the belief that things will work out, that success is possible, and that the universe is on our side. Faith provides the foundation for taking action. Even in the face of uncertainty, Hill writes, faith is the most powerful force in the world. It's the power to believe in your goals. No matter how impossible they may seem, faith empowers us to take risks, to pursue our dreams with conviction, and to trust that the outcome will be positive, even if we don't know exactly how things will unfold. With faith, fear loses its grip on us. We no longer see challenges as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to prove our resilience and strength. Hill's concept of the definiteness of purpose is also a crucial part of overcoming fear and self-doubt. When we have a clear, definite purpose in life, when we know exactly what we want and why we want it, we can focus our energy and attention on that goal. Having a strong sense of purpose gives us the clarity to navigate through fear and uncertainty. It provides us with the motivation to push forward, even when doubt creeps in. When our purpose is clear, fear and self-doubt lose their power because we are focused on something much greater than our temporary fears. Finally, Hill reminds us that fear and self-doubt are a natural part of the human experience. They are not signs of weakness, but rather signals that we are growing. Hill encourages us to embrace these emotions, acknowledging that they are part of the journey to success. By facing our fears and doubting thoughts head-on, we build resilience, character, and strength. Overcoming fear and self-doubt is not about eliminating these feelings altogether, but about developing the courage to act in spite of them. In conclusion, overcoming fear and self-doubt is an essential part of achieving success. Napoleon Hill teaches that fear is a mental construct and that can be defeated through faith, action, and the development of self-confidence. By using affirmations, taking consistent steps toward our goals, and surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we can transform fear and self-doubt into stepping stones on the path to success. The journey to greatness requires courage, the courage to act, to believe in ourselves, and to trust the process. By overcoming fear and self-doubt, we unlock our full potential and move ever closer to the success we desire. Part 6. Preparing for bigger opportunities. Success is often viewed as a series of fortunate events or lucky breaks. But the truth is, success is not about waiting for opportunities to appear, it is about preparing for them. Napoleon Hill, in his timeless wisdom, makes it clear that opportunity does not knock randomly. It arrives when you are ready. Success, then, is not simply about recognizing the opportunities when they appear, but about ensuring that you are fully prepared to take advantage of them. Hill speaks extensively about the necessity of preparation, which he describes as the foundation upon which success is built. Success requires no explanations. Failure permits no alibis. He says, this powerful statement emphasizes that the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not luck, but preparation. In other words, while we may not control when an opportunity will arise, we can control how well we are prepared to seize it when it does. At the core of preparation is the concept of readiness: mental, emotional, and practical readiness. When opportunities present themselves, they often demand immediate action. If you are not prepared, you may miss the chance to capitalize on the opportunity, even if it appears in front of you. Preparation means developing the right mindset, cultivating the skills necessary to excel, and creating the resources and connections needed to make the most of the opportunity. It means being ready at a moment's notice, with the confidence, tools, and strategies required to succeed. Mental and emotional readiness. The first step in preparation is mental and emotional readiness. Hill believed that success begins in the mind. Your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes shape the way you approach challenges and opportunities. To prepare for big opportunities, you must first cultivate a mindset that aligns with success. This means eliminating negative thoughts, doubts, and fears that hold you back and replacing them with empowering beliefs. Mental readiness involves developing a strong belief in yourself and your abilities. It's about cultivating the mindset that success is not only possible, but inevitable. Hill frequently emphasizes the importance of a positive mental attitude (PMA) in his teachings. A PMA is not just about being optimistic. It's about having an unshakable belief that no matter what challenges arise, you can overcome them by developing a mindset that is grounded in faith, belief, and determination. You prepare yourself to seize opportunities as they come. Emotional readiness, on the other hand, involves developing emotional resilience. Opportunities may bring with them a certain level of pressure, stress, or uncertainty. To be ready for bigger opportunities, you must learn how to manage your emotions, stay calm under pressure, and maintain focus even when the stakes are high. Emotional readiness also involves being prepared to handle success with grace and humility. Many people, when faced with the challenges of success, are overwhelmed by the emotional demands it places on them. Being emotionally prepared means understanding that success is not just about reaching a destination, it's about managing the journey with emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Practical preparation is skills and knowledge. Preparation goes beyond mental and emotional readiness. It also requires practical preparation. This includes acquiring the skills, knowledge, and resources necessary to excel in your chosen field. Hill writes that success is the result of knowledge, specialized skills, and the ability to apply them effectively. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more equipped you become to take advantage of opportunities as they arise. Practical preparation means continually upgrading your skills and expanding your knowledge, whether through formal education, self-study, or hands-on experience. You must make an ongoing commitment to personal growth. No one becomes successful by standing still. The world is constantly evolving. And to stay relevant, you must evolve with it. By dedicating time and effort to building expertise in your field, you become a more valuable asset and position yourself to seize bigger and better opportunities. Hill also stresses the importance of creating a plan and developing specific goals that will guide your actions. Without a clear plan, you risk aimlessly wandering through life, missing the opportunities that come your way. A well-thought-out plan serves as a roadmap, showing you where you want to go and how you plan to get there. It allows you to focus your efforts, measure your progress, and adjust your approach as necessary. Building relationships and networks. No one achieves success in isolation. Hill frequently discusses the importance of building relationships and creating a strong network of contacts, people who can support you, provide guidance, and open doors for you when the time is right. Preparing for bigger opportunities involves surrounding yourself with the right people, those who believe in your vision and can help you realize it. These relationships are not just about taking, they are about creating value and offering support in return. A successful network is one built on mutual respect, trust, and shared goals. Networking is not about collecting a list of contacts. It's about building meaningful, reciprocal relationships that enhance your life and career. When you have a strong network, you increase your chances of encountering valuable opportunities. You also gain access to the collective wisdom, resources, and experiences of others, which can help you navigate the challenges you may face on your path to success. Hill encourages the creation of a mastermind group, a group of like-minded individuals who can collaborate, support, and inspire each other. A mastermind group acts as a powerful catalyst for growth, as the energy and ideas of the group amplify the individual efforts of each member when preparing for bigger opportunities. Being part of such a group can significantly accelerate your progress and success. Seizing the right moment. One of the most important aspects of preparation is recognizing when the right moment has arrived. Opportunities often come unexpectedly, and it is up to you to be vigilant, aware, and ready to act. Preparation ensures that when opportunity knocks, you are ready to open the door. Hill teaches that success does not come to those who wait passively. It comes to those who are proactive, who prepare for the moment, and who seize it when it arrives. Seizing the right moment requires confidence, clarity, and courage. When you are prepared, you will know exactly what to do when the opportunity arises. You won't hesitate or second-guess yourself. You will act with confidence, knowing that you have the skills, mindset, and support to succeed. Preparation removes uncertainty and provides you with the tools and knowledge needed to capitalize on the opportunities that will propel you towards your goals. The power of consistency. Preparation is not a one-time event, it is an ongoing process. Hill teaches that consistent, daily effort is what leads to eventual success. It is not enough to prepare once and wait for the right moment to arrive. You must continuously work toward your goals, improve your skills, and build your network. By consistently taking action toward your objectives, you are laying the groundwork for success, even when opportunities are not immediately visible. Your consistent efforts are preparing you for the bigger opportunities that will come in the future. Conclusion. Preparation creates opportunity. The key takeaway from Hill's teachings on preparation is that success is not a matter of waiting for the right opportunity to appear. It is about preparing yourself for the moment when it arrives, by cultivating mental, emotional, and practical readiness, building strong relationships, and maintaining consistent effort. You position yourself to take full advantage of the opportunities that come your way. Preparation, in essence, is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It ensures that when opportunity knocks, you are not only able to answer the door, but to walk through it with confidence and success. Part 7. Trusting the process and God's plan. In the journey of success, there is a pivotal moment when all we can do is trust. Trusting the process and having faith in God's plan is one of the most powerful ways to navigate the uncertainty that often accompanies the pursuit of our goals. While we may set clear intentions, take decisive action, and prepare for the best possible outcome, the reality is that we cannot control every aspect of our path. There are times when things don't unfold the way we expect, and it is in these moments that the importance of trust becomes clear. Napoleon Hill's teachings often emphasize the significance of perseverance, effort, and mental focus. However, he also acknowledges that success is not just about personal action. It involves a deeper trust in something greater than ourselves. This trust is not simply blind faith, but a deep conviction that the universe, or a higher power, is working alongside us to bring us to where we need to be. Hill himself often spoke about the influence of what he called infinite intelligence, a universal force that guides our actions, steers us toward opportunities, and orchestrates the events of our lives. Trusting in this divine plan is central to enduring the hardships that arise along the way. The importance of trusting the process. One of the most challenging aspects of achieving success is the waiting period. There are times when our efforts seem to yield little or no results, when setbacks occur, or when we encounter obstacles that make us question our path. It's during these times that the temptation to give up or take a shortcut is the strongest. Hill reminds us, however, that success does not always happen immediately, and that delays and obstacles are part of the process. Trusting the process means understanding that the journey itself is as important as the destination. Every challenge, setback, and seemingly frustrating delay is an integral part of our growth and development. Instead of fighting against the difficulties, we must learn to embrace them, knowing that they are shaping us into the person we need to become in order to handle success when it arrives. When we trust the process, we relinquish the need for control over every detail. Instead of obsessing over outcomes or being frustrated by things that are beyond our control, we focus on the present moment, doing the best we can with what we have. Hill often emphasized that success is a journey of continuous improvement, and that every step forward, no matter how small, is part of the overall picture. Faith in God's plan. The concept of divine timing and the belief in God's plan brings an added layer of depth to the process of success. While we may set goals and take action, there are moments when we must accept that the timing of certain events is beyond our understanding, and God's plan, as Hill suggests, is often more intricate and perfect than we can imagine. There may be times when we feel like we are ready for something, but the opportunity doesn't materialize. Other times, opportunities may arrive at unexpected moments, and it is in these moments that trust becomes paramount. Having faith in God's plan requires surrendering the need for instant gratification and understanding that there is a higher purpose behind every step we take. The trust that Hill speaks of is rooted in the belief that everything is unfolding according to a divine blueprint, even when the path seems unclear. God's plan does not always align with our expectations, but it is often more beautiful and expansive than we could have ever envisioned. Hill's own life provides an example of how divine timing and trust in the process can lead to unexpected success. Throughout his journey, Hill faced numerous obstacles and periods of doubt. Yet, he remained committed to his purpose, trusting that his efforts would eventually bear fruit. He understood that success is not just a result of effort, but of alignment with the natural flow of life, the unseen forces that guide us toward our destiny. By trusting in these forces, Hill was able to navigate the challenges he faced and ultimately achieve success beyond his expectations. The role of patience in trusting God's plan. Patience is a crucial element of trust. It's easy to become impatient when things don't go as planned, or when success feels just out of reach. However, Hill teaches us that patience is not a passive waiting, but an active process of maintaining faith while continuing to work toward our goals. Trusting in God's plan means knowing that the right opportunities will come at the right time, and that all we need to do is remain steadfast and open to the unfolding process. Patience allows us to let go of the need to force outcomes and to accept that some things are simply out of our control, instead of reacting impulsively or making decisions out of desperation. Patience allows us to stay calm, centered, and aligned with our true purpose. Hill's wisdom reminds us that timing is everything. While we may want success now, the truth is that we are often not fully ready for it until the right moment arrives. By trusting in the process and being patient, we position ourselves to receive success at the perfect time, in the perfect form. Aligning our efforts with the universe. Trusting God's plan is not about passivity. It's about aligning our efforts with the greater flow of life. While we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond to life's events. Hill advocates for taking proactive action, while also maintaining the humility to recognize that there are forces at work that are greater than our individual efforts. By aligning our actions with the greater flow of life, we allow ourselves to be guided by divine wisdom, which opens up new possibilities and opportunities. Hill emphasizes the importance of acting in harmony with our inner purpose. When we trust that we are on the right path, we begin to attract the right opportunities, people, and resources into our lives. Trusting God's plan means that we do not resist life's challenges, but instead embrace them as opportunities to grow and learn. Every obstacle becomes a lesson. Every delay a sign that we are being prepared for something bigger. Letting go of control. Another key aspect of trusting the process and God's plan is letting go of the need for control. Many people struggle with the idea of surrendering control because they fear that doing so means they will not achieve their desired outcomes. However, Hill teaches that true success comes when we relinquish control and allow ourselves to be guided by something greater. By letting go of the need to control every detail, we free ourselves from the burden of constant stress and frustration and open ourselves up to the possibility of divine guidance. Letting go of control does not mean giving up on our dreams or goals. Rather, it means trusting that we are being guided toward our highest good, even if the path looks different from what we initially imagined. The universe, or God, knows what is best for us, and by surrendering control, we create space for the best possible outcomes to manifest. Embracing the unknown. Trusting the process and God's plan also means embracing the unknown. The future is uncertain, and success rarely follows a straight line. However, it is in the unknown that the greatest opportunities often lie. Hill teaches us that we must be willing to step into the unknown with courage and faith, trusting that the next step will reveal itself when the time is right. When we are open to the unknown, we allow ourselves to receive the gifts and blessings that the universe has in store for us. Conclusion. Trusting in the bigger picture. In conclusion, trusting the process and God's plan is essential for navigating the challenges of success. Napoleon Hill teaches us that while we may take action and set clear goals, the timing of our success is ultimately guided by a higher power. By cultivating patience, aligning our efforts with the universe, and letting go of control, we position ourselves to receive the rewards of our hard work at the perfect moment. Trust is the key that unlocks the door to success, and by trusting in both the process and the divine plan, we open ourselves to a future far greater than we can imagine. Part 8. Embracing your moment of greatness. The final step in the journey towards success is not just recognizing your moment of greatness, but embracing it fully. It is the moment when everything you've worked for, believed in, and prepared for comes together in perfect alignment. It is the culmination of your efforts, your patience, your trust in the process, and your faith in the divine timing of life. And while many people may overlook this crucial moment, those who succeed are the ones who not only recognize it, but seize it with open arms and a heart full of confidence. Napoleon Hill frequently spoke about the importance of being ready for your moment of greatness when it arrives. He emphasized that success is not a random event or a sudden stroke of luck. It is the natural result of consistent preparation, faith, and action. But all the preparation in the world means nothing if you fail to recognize when the opportunity for greatness presents itself. Your moment of greatness might not look like you imagined it, and it might come in a form you didn't expect. But it will arrive at the perfect time, when you are truly ready to receive it. The power of self-realization. The first step in embracing your moment of greatness is self-realization. This is the moment when you recognize that you are worthy of success, that you have done the work, and that you have prepared yourself to step into the life you've always dreamed of. It's easy to get caught up in self-doubt and wonder whether you are capable of achieving your dreams. But the truth is that you have already done the hard work. You have honed your skills, developed your mindset, and built your resilience. The person you have become is now ready to take on the challenges and rewards of greatness. Hill often speaks about the importance of having a clear, defined purpose. Once you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, you begin to align yourself with that vision. You start acting in accordance with your goals, making decisions that bring you closer to your purpose. And most importantly, you begin to see the opportunities that were always there, but which you may have missed before. The key to embracing greatness is recognizing that it is not a destination, but a process. And that this process has led you to this very moment. You are ready, you are worthy, and now it is time to step forward with confidence. Overcoming the fear of success. For many people, one of the greatest obstacles to embracing their moment of greatness is the fear of success. This might sound counterintuitive, but it is a very real fear. Often, we are more comfortable with the idea of failure as it feels familiar and safe. Success, on the other hand, can feel intimidating. It requires us to step outside of our comfort zone and live up to our potential. It means embracing a new level of responsibility, recognition, and expectation. Hill acknowledges this fear and suggests that it is rooted in our subconscious minds. We may fear success because we worry about the changes it will bring, changes in our relationships, our lifestyle, and even our identity. But Hill reminds us that success is not something to fear. but something to embrace. It is the result of our hard work, and it is our birthright to step into the life we have created. The fear of success can only be overcome by acknowledging it and choosing to move forward anyway. Embrace the changes, embrace the growth, and trust that you are more than capable of handling the success that comes your way. Seizing the opportunity. When the moment of greatness arrives, it is crucial that you act decisively. This is the culmination of everything you've worked for: your preparation, your mindset, your efforts, and now it's time to step into your destiny. Hill teaches that the successful person is the one who takes action when opportunity knocks. Many people sit idly by, waiting for the perfect moment. But the truth is that there is no such thing as perfect timing. The moment of greatness is often accompanied by a sense of urgency, and it requires bold action. Seizing the opportunity means trusting your instincts, having the confidence to make the right decisions, and being willing to take risks. This is not a time for hesitation or second guessing. It is a time to step forward with confidence, knowing that you have prepared for this moment. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust that you are ready for what lies ahead. The successful person is not necessarily the one who avoids fear or uncertainty, but the one who faces them head-on and moves forward despite them. Embracing change and growth. Success often brings with it significant change, whether it's a change in your career, your relationships, or your personal life. Growth is inevitable when you step into your moment of greatness. And while change can be uncomfortable, it is also a necessary part of the process. Hill's teachings emphasize that growth is not linear. It often comes in waves, with moments of rapid expansion followed by periods of rest and reflection. To embrace your moment of greatness, you must be willing to accept the changes that come with it. You must be open to new experiences, new challenges, and new opportunities. Hill teaches that greatness is not about maintaining the status quo, but about constantly evolving and becoming the best version of yourself. The person you are today is not the person you will be tomorrow. Greatness requires you to grow, adapt, and embrace new challenges. It's about pushing past your limits and expanding your vision of what is possible. Recognizing the importance of gratitude. Another key component of embracing your moment of greatness is the practice of gratitude. Hill frequently emphasizes the importance of maintaining a positive mental attitude, and gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to cultivate positivity in your life. When you recognize the blessings that come with your success and express gratitude for them, you create a cycle of abundance that attracts even more success into your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It helps you appreciate the journey you have been on and the lessons you have learned along the way. When you are grateful for the opportunities that come your way, you open yourself up to even greater possibilities. Embracing your moment of greatness is not just about achieving your goals, but about appreciating the path that led you there and recognizing the divine guidance that has supported you along the way. Celebrating your success. Lastly, embracing your moment of greatness means celebrating your success. This doesn't mean being boastful or arrogant, but rather taking a moment to acknowledge the hard work and dedication that has brought you to this point. Celebrate the small victories along the way and honor the effort you have put into your personal development. Success is not just about the end result. It's about recognizing the growth, the challenges, and the perseverance that got you there. By celebrating your success, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving great things. This celebration serves as a reminder of how far you've come and how much you are capable of accomplishing. Hill often speaks about the importance of maintaining a clear vision of success, but celebrating the journey reminds you that the pursuit of greatness is as fulfilling as the achievement itself. Conclusion: own your greatness. In conclusion, embracing your moment of greatness is the final step in the journey towards success. It is the moment when everything you have worked for comes together, and you are ready to step into your full potential. By recognizing your worth, taking bold action, embracing change, and expressing gratitude, you open yourself to the greatness that is already within you. Trust the process, believe in yourself, and step into your moment with confidence. This is your time, embrace it fully, and let it propel you toward the next chapter of your success. Remember, Success isn't just about waiting for the right moment, it's about preparing for it. Trust in the process. Trust in God's timing. And never lose faith that your moment of greatness is just around the corner. If you're ready to embrace that moment, take action now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Stay focused, stay patient, and stay faithful to your path. Until next time, keep pushing forward.